today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former first-round pick in his second season now in the NFL. From Utah State, it's Jordan Love. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
The Love's throw going to be taken in by Cole. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 67 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Love. And finding Keelan Cole. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Love to the right side and complete to Atwell. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Throwing. Love. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun. Love swings this out here for Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed,
Yeah, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Love now. Another look for Atwell, complete this time. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff would be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got it.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Love. He'll find a man over the middle. 2-2 Atwell. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now here's Ross. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got it. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. And they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Fighting him off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Love now to pass on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time, as they're on him quickly once more. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Ross on the return. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Looking to throw again on second down. Love looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. First down, going to the air with Love. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Love from the gun. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he goes out right around the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Wilson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. So we've come upon halftime here in week. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of week 17 is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 71 yards. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. From the 31, Love. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And some space here. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on second and long. Love. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Third and long for Love. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what?
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 55 yards. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. On third down, Love. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 36 yards. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Third and 2. Love with it. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Here we go. 45. Mike, 45. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Love. Finds the open target, Arnold.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Love. The screen pass here to Cohen. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Working with his 2nd and 4. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Love. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And you can see by the X next to their name they have clinched the NFC East already. For the moment, though, they would host a wild card game in round 1. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A huge play there for Washington.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
McPherson now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. 1st down, Love to pass. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Love looking to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. To the air again, Love. And he completes it to Cohen. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. To throw again on 2nd down, Love. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So it goes as... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And now they're in the hurry-up. Wilson wants to throw it. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Wash.